Hey, welcome to the Rig and Farm YouTube channel. We've actually been at the property for almost 6 hours right now. We finally fixed the electrical wiring on the third function valve on our tractor and tested it out. Works great. We got the quick hitch for a 3-point hitch on the tractor, got it connected, and we can't figure out how to make it work. It needs to get lower than it does in order to actually get underneath the 3 connection points on our implements in order for it to lift it up and be connected. It just doesn't get low enough. I have no idea why. I need to do some research when we get home. I'm coming back up in a couple days and I'll hopefully have some answers and be able to correct it and get it to work properly. Connecting and disconnecting rear implements is a huge pain, and it's really hard for me to do on my own. I usually have to have somebody else do it because it's just such a nightmare. If you've ever done it and you have any tips and tricks for how to make it not so horrible, please let us know in the comments. In theory, the quick hitch should allow us to get the rear implements on and off with ease. We got our new ballast box and we put that on there, but we literally had to lift it up and put it on there. Most implements aren't light enough to do that. You use the machine to lift. Luckily, this only weighs 130 pounds, so the two of us got it on pretty easily without it, got it connected. But with that said, the ballast box is empty. It should be at least several hundred pounds more minimum for it to do its job. Driving the tractor with this empty ballast box was worse than having the implements connected to the back that actually weighed a couple hundred pounds more than this. We really wanted to have that ballast box on the back of the tractor when using the grapple to take stuff from this pile and putting it into smaller burn piles. Some of the larger logs that I lifted actually started to tip the tractor, even worse than if I just had the box blade on still. We finally got a little pile together, and we have a nice little break around it so that we don't catch anything else on fire. Obtaining the burn permit this morning took less than a minute. Trying to get this thing to catch on fire has been a disaster. We've spent hours trying to light this thing. We brought the little paraffin wax cubes that I used to start my charcoal for the grill. I thought those would do a great job getting the fire going. It didn't. Dry pine straw, that catches on fire. The rest of it, not at all. Most of this pile is dry pine straw. There are also logs and branches and sticks, and we just want it to catch on fire. We had a bunch of cardboard up here from unboxing different things. We stripped all the tape off and removed staples or anything like that, so it was just cardboard. Put that in there, it caught on fire just fine, started to catch some of the pile on fire, and it went out. This pile of debris has been sitting here for about 3.5, 4 months, drying out, and it's not enough. We had a lot of rain, so I imagine that's part of it. I actually took stuff off the top of this giant pile, knowing that it would be the driest of everything that we have over here. I'm not sure how well you can see, but there is a little bit of smoke coming off. Hopefully it's gonna actually do something. It's just another very disappointing day here on the farm. Everything is so much more difficult than I ever could have imagined. I don't say that to discourage you if you're interested in doing something similar to this. I just want you to know and be prepared for the amount of work and frustration that's going to go into it. Hopefully you can learn from our mistakes and not do the same thing, and you can be much more successful. Hopefully that's the one good thing that comes out of this experience. I'm going to get some drone footage for you to look at. Hopefully that'll be somewhat exciting. I came up 5 days ago and worked with the tractor to get the front of our property graded and looking a little bit more presentable. We had a couple days of rain since then, and I thought that that would be a really good indication of how well I did. There were just a couple little puddles up in that area when we arrived this morning. Overall, for my first job doing something like that, not too bad. When I left that day, I felt really good about the work I'd done, both in this garden area that we're working on as well as the entrance. But walking through and looking, there's still so much debris, rocks, twigs, branches, roots, so much. If it wasn't for the fact that we have kids that need to get to school and I'm the one responsible for getting them to and from school, I would totally just camp up here for several days or even a whole week and just work nonstop to try to get some stuff done. It's just not realistic. When we're living up here in a few months, that wouldn't be a problem, but we need to get this garden going soon. We need things in the ground in like a week. The day of the delivery, I'm going to drop the kids off at school and immediately come up here to meet the delivery driver with the first load. I'll use the tractor with a bucket on it to bring stuff from the front and bring it up here to the garden area. I'll probably have to move this giant pile of debris first because I seriously doubt it's going to burn. Hopefully that's a much more productive and less depressing day. We'll find out. Please subscribe if you haven't already so you can see that video when it comes out. I'll make sure to get some good drone footage while I'm moving the soil. It's a lot easier for me to get video when I'm up here alone. There are just a lot more distractions when I have the family, and usually we don't get up here together very often, so I don't play with the camera a whole lot. As always, we really appreciate you watching this video till the end. Please give it a thumbs up and comment below if you have any advice to help us out on our journey. We could definitely use a lot of great advice. The more we do this, the more I realize how little we actually know. But that's okay. We're not going to give up. We're going to keep pushing and pushing, even if this takes 10 years to get to where we think it should be this summer. It's going to happen eventually. Keep watching our videos and see how things come along. We'll see you next time. Bye.